How are we doing? So, it's been a while. I've been busy becoming the Tiggerbuds of Leeds unsuccessfully. But we are not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about Leeds 3, Watford 0 at Elland Road, just finished. Great performance. Let's get the one whinge out the way, early doors. You lot know me. I like to have one moan. We should have been 3-0 up at least at half time. Whinge done. Just buzzing with that. Thought it was superb from start to finish, pretty much. Like I say, the only real sort of downside was, that it was 0-0 at half time, but that ended up a bit of a blasting. Could have been 5 or 6, couldn't it? Let's be honest. Could have been 5 or 6. Just superb from front to back today. Great performance. I mean, we'll talk through the goals and stuff, but I mean, Gio Rutter today. I mean, yes, he should score in the first half from that clip ball over from Dan James, but some of the skill that appeared, especially in that second half, and that turn in the first half as well. Clearly, Gio Rutter is a confidence player, and his confidence is up. And, I mean, he absolutely blew them away, didn't he? Let's be honest. He blew them away. Just only thing missing for today was a goal. But just a great performance front to back. I thought Coops and Pascal really solid at centre back, which, didn't have too much to do, but they dealt with what they needed to. Meslier, good save at the end. His kicking left a bit to be desired at times, but again, we're not concentrating on slight negatives today. We're taking the positives. I thought Shacks did a decent job at right back. Sam Byram, who, I was one of those that questioned him coming back because of his injury record. It seemed like a bit of a strange signing to me, but, fair play. The lad's been absolute quality since he came back to Leeds. And he was brilliant today. What a header for that second goal. Great header, bullet header. So, yeah, really thrilled for Sammy Byram today. Into the midfield, Kamara's instantly settled, hasn't he? What an absolute battle axe he was today. And Ampadu, as much as Gio Rutter today with his skills was just next level, I've got to give it Ampadu in the middle. He just breaks everything up. He's got his head up. He looks forward. He's got a pass on him. He's got an engine. And I'll say it now, he's an upgrade on Tyler Adams. Tyler Adams was good at a couple of things, breaking play up and throwing himself around, but Ampadu's an upgrade. He was my man of the match. There was several contenders. Chris Somerville, another one who had a great game, could be named there. Obviously, Gio Rutter. But let's keep working our way through the team. Excuse me. Where did I get to? Done the two in the centre, Kamara and Ampadu. Right, let's talk Gio Rutter, shall we? Let's talk Gio Rutter. Just should score in the first half, yes. Just tries to prod the ball past the keeper and ends up hitting it straight at him. But, I mean, he was absolutely everywhere today. What an engine on him. And the skills he showed at time were filthy. And there'll still be some people out there that go, I should think so for 35 million. The price tag isn't his fault. But wow, if we keep the majority of this front four and the others who are ready to step in as well, Gnonto didn't play today, we keep them fit, we're going to absolutely butcher teams at times this season. Butcher them. We're going to just cut them open. So I thought Rutter was just superb. A joy to watch. And you know what? And I said it didn't have last season, etc., that watching Leeds had become a hard job rather than something I enjoyed, and a lot of people agreed. But players like that, when they're on song like today, just make it an absolute joy to watch Leeds and football again. So yeah, absolutely buzzing for him. Joe Perreault again, he was where he needed to be. Quality finish. What a signing he is. He's going to get so many goals in this team. Cree, I've already said, thought he had a great game out on the left, got dragged and kicked around all over the place, never gave up. Some real great skill in there, scared their right back to death at times. And Dan James on the right, first half was average again. It looked like all pace, no end product at times from Dan. I mean, he did put a great ball in for Gio in the first half, but apart from that, I was getting frustrated with him. Second half, lovely ball in for Pirro, put it exactly where it needed to go. And then obviously took the corner for Byram's goal as well. So 2 assists for Dan today. And I think that might make him the top assister in the league at the minute. So probably best not go too harsh on Dan. But I just thought front to back, we were absolutely superb today. I really did. Watford had nothing to offer. You know, they had 5-10 minutes where they grafted the start of the second half, trying with the changes that had been made, but we never looked under any cosh at all. And what I like about the way we're playing at the minute, and it does scare me sometimes with those players we've got at the back and Melier with the ball at the feet, you know, we try and bring a team onto us. It's risk versus reward football, right? We drag them on, and then all of a sudden we switch up and we go and we find that pass, you know, through an Ampadu or a Pirro or a Rutter dropping short, and, you know, Cree and Dan James it was today, keeping that width for us. So much to be positive about. I'm absolutely buzzing for Daniel Farke because he had a rough summer, let's be honest. I'm sure half the crap that went on he wasn't expecting when he rolled in, but he's built a decent squad here in a short space of time, and they're now starting to play his way. And I'm telling you, I know that the top 2 or 3 have sort of steamrolled off at the start of the season. Don't write us off. And I did, you know, right back at the start, I was like, oh God, I think this is going to be one of those seasons where we need to just consolidate and keep rebuilding, just because of all the noise and nonsense that was going on with, you know, rats wanting to jump off the sinking ship. Well, Daniel Farke is very much putting my faith back in Leeds United again, which is lovely, because it's been a horrible couple of years, and it's lovely to be back feeling like this again. I thought that today was just a pleasure to watch, and I'm sure every fan, apart from the 1900 Watford fans that were in the ground, absolutely loved, especially that second half once, you know, the first and second went in. It was filthy. And I've said his name so many times already, but Gio Rutter today, just incredible at times. Absolutely loved it. I love watching footballers who just play by the feels, do you know what I mean? And he was feeling it today, and the turns and the energy, and he's playing the build up for both the first and the third goals was just, well, it's filthy, wasn't it? Absolutely tore Watford a new one today. They will go home feeling a little bit sore from after Gio Rutter today. And other teams will take notice of that. But, you know, if teams want to stand a couple of people on Gio Rutter, it gives the room for Cree and Pirro and whoever else is up in that front 4 or 5 room to go play in. So it doesn't worry me. I'm just buzzing, and I'm sure you're all buzzing. It was just a joy to watch, especially once that first goal went in. It was like the shackles came off for the team. Just mega. I'm so happy that, you know, us as Leeds fans are getting to see this again after just a really, really crappy time over the last couple of years. You know, last season, managers in and out the door, and team having no identity, and players down in tools. And it's, you know, those that have remained and those that have come in are now stepping up along with the manager. I'm just buzzing. I've got to give special shout and mention him again as well. But like I said, I'm not sure there were many of you in when I said it, that I questioned Byram coming back because of his injury record, etc. You know, and I've always said you don't go back. Do you know what I mean? It rarely tends to work out, but he's been a revelation this season at left back. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, Sam Byram. So, you know, I take my medicine on questioning that signing. But I just thought he was absolutely superb today, as a few of them were. Pirro and Rutter clearly like playing up top together. There's a real synergy building between those two. And then when you've got the kind of wide players that we've got, Cree, Nyonto, Dan James second half today, those boys are going to get goals. And if you've got Gio Rutter just tearing people apart in the middle of the park, then wow, it's a real bright outlook for the rest of this season. I'm genuinely thrilled, and like I'm so glad I got back from the golf course on time to watch that today, because I've been concentrating a lot on that recently, and football's sort of taken second fiddle to it. But I'm so glad I saw that today. I'm absolutely buzzing for him. I'm going to get into some of your comments because I'm sure there's plenty of happy people in the comment section as well. Let's have a look. Shane, yeah, absolutely, 100%, mate. I've said it, just quality. I think, and we've had to wait for this Rutter to appear, haven't we? We've had to wait, but again, I think he came in at a horrible time at the club. Clearly, there was deeper lying issues that a 20-year-old £35 million signing wasn't going to be able to solve. And he looked lost last season when he did get game time. But boy's going to light up that league the rest of this season. Light it up. What a player. What a player. Yeah, I had Ampadu as a man of the match, Scooby. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think a lot of people, mate, if you look on the comment sections on, social media and stuff, a lot of people were saying, look, Dan James is doing nothing again. So you're not on your own on that. But, he stepped up second half and got 2 assists, and that's all we asked for from our wide players. So buzzing for him as well. I just hope we see more of it from him. Who else we got? Let me keep scrolling. Shout out to Big Scott. He's been on that Shackleton train for the longest time. We just need Firpo to come back now and be like Roberto Carlos to cheer Mike up. What we got here? Chronicles. Byron is a Premier League footballer, no doubt. Yeah, and you're probably right, mate, that it's the injuries that have knocked him. We know he's had a lot of injuries, but if he can stay fit, what it does as well, is if what we all want to happen and we bounce back up, it's one less player we need to go looking for, right? If the lad can stay fit, because he's a proper footballer. He was unbelievable today. Who else we got in there? I've seen Alison. Hope you're well. I think Gail's in there as well. Hope you're well as well. Jamie, the lot of you. It's good to see us. So yeah, just what more can you say? I'm not one of these who goes into a full sort of tactical breakdown of games and all the rest of it. I'm very much a feels person when it comes to watching Leeds. It's all about how they make me feel. That's why you tend to get with me either really happy or frustrated and angry when it comes to this football club, because I am very much. Excuse me, I'm just gonna open a drink. It's only Diet Coke, nothing outrageous. Yeah, that's why you sort of get those extreme sides of me. But today, absolutely buzzing for the fans, those that were at Elland Road and those that were watching or listening. Buzzing for Daniel Farke, buzzing for the 49ers, let's say it as well. I've questioned them, but we're on the right trajectory, and it's we're eight games into the season now. We sit 5th as it stands. We've got a lot of catching up to do for those top 2 or 3 that have set off like scalded cats, but as we know, the championship is a long old season. And I really do feel this team that we have now can light this thing up. I really do. Ampadu upgrade on Adams. Jaden Anthony, I think, will be an upgrade on, older biscuit legs Sinistera. He looked proper when he came on today. He had that one chance that he put into the keeper's arms, a bit of a poor shot. But the finish after Gio Rutter went, did his audition for Strictly Come Dancing and absolutely tore people apart for giggles, was a great finish, lovely finish. So just buzzing with where this team is. Keep players fit. We've had good news this week that Stewie Dallas is back at least on the training pitch as well. We don't know what Stuart Dallas will get back after a horrific injury like that, but it's strength and depth. I do think it's still probably Christmas before the lads fit enough and able enough to probably play, but it's another body. Coop's back today, starting. I know he had a bit of a cameo against Hull, didn't he? But I thought he was really solid, really solid. They didn't have much to do at the back, but what they had to do, they did well. What we see a lot with Leeds, certainly in defence, is if they are having quiet games, mistakes creep in. Mistakes didn't creep in today. It is what it is. Do you know what I mean? But Jamie, mate. The amount of absolute barrels I take in comment sections when I've done streams, mate, and about being negative and all the rest of it. Give them time, all the rest. Football's an emotional thing, right? Or it is for me, and it is for many of us. So, and especially when you're talking straight after a game where you've either watched us, lose, or even worse, sometimes play well and lose because we can't score. There's bound to be negativity, right? You're bound to feel negative, and we express that, whether it's you guys through the comment sections or me or the others on here or other content creators. But when it's been good, we all get to buzz away together as well. So, people just like to take shots, mate. If they don't agree with you, do you know what I mean? Just seen Gail's comment. Where was it? There she is. Hope you're well, Gail. Best up top partnership in the league for me. All day long. I think there's so many goals going to come from them too. Just superb today. Liam, good to see you, mate. Thank you. Like I said, I've been away for a couple of weeks, just shouting at golf balls in anger. So it was nice I came back from the range today 15 minutes before kickoff, and so glad I did. So just buzzing. I'm buzzing for you all as well, because you've ridden this crappy roller coaster with us on here, and on we've had what we used to call therapy sessions, right? When I used to come on live after games, and we'd have one of those therapy sessions because we needed them. No therapy needed today. Leeds have just given us good vibes therapy there. I'm so happy with it. And I was just going to do a recorded post-match, but I was that buzzing with that performance and that result today that I was like, nah, get on and see the gang. I don't know when I'll be back at Elland Road, Danny. It won't be long. It won't be long, mate. I try and get there when I can. Probably midweek games is easier for me. Again, just because I've become a bit of a golf perv. So, however, the winters are setting in, and I'm sure my golf perv levels might drop through the cold winter slightly. So, I'll be around, mate. Definitely. Yes, Gail. 18 holes. Let's have it. I wonder, have you been watching the Solheim Cup and the European girls chasing the Americans down? Completely agree, Skip. And it can take, we always say, don't we, it can take time for players to settle and stuff, but I thought it was quality. Him and Ampadu, they didn't give the Watford players a second to breathe when they did have the ball, which wasn't often, but they just climbed all over them. Absolutely superb. And, I saw a lot of people before kickoff when the teams announced saying Archie Gray doesn't deserve to be dropped. And he didn't deserve to be dropped, but it's not a case, I don't think it's him being dropped as such. The kid's 17. He can't play every game. He will get his game time this season, without a doubt. And it's strength and depth, right? strength and depth. You don't want to hammer a 17-year-old kid through 46 games of a championship season, and he will get his opportunities without a shadow of a doubt as the season goes on. And he's a great player, and he's going to be an absolutely top draw player. He's Archie Gray. But yeah, Kamara, absolutely top quality today. Yeah, me too, Alison. Obviously, little Charlotte went to the game today with Tash and Jack, and I think Tash's dad as well. So she'll be absolutely loving it. She's a bit of a thing. She went to one of the cup games not so long ago with Tash, and Tash and Hannah actually, I think, were both there, and absolutely loved it. So yeah, she turns 4 in a couple of days, does Charlotte. So happy birthday, Charlotte. That's some birthday present for you. She'll be good luck getting her to sleep tonight. You too. Oh, not seen this. He's bought in, has he? We know how big a fan Russell Crowe is of Leeds. Love to see it. More people throwing some more money at us. Good times. Yeah, and that's right, Gail. And Gray was rested, not dropped, rested, which is absolutely the right terminology for it. Oh, excuse me. Got a bit of a dry throat after, for the longest time, just sitting watching Leeds on, when it's been on the telly, going, sort of shrugging my shoulders and going, even if we scored, sort of going, oh, great. Whereas today, it was back, like, yes, let's have this. So the TV got screamed at a little bit. So, yeah, really pleased for you all. We can all enjoy the rest of our weekend. I'm off work all next week, which is lovely. I'm going to play a lot of golf. I'm going to watch the Ryder Cup, all the rest of it, because, like I said, golf perv. But yeah, what a way to just get fired into our weekend. That was class. Southampton next. Tougher game, but one I think we go out and win. I really do. I don't see, and listen, we will, we're not going to win every game this season. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, and there will be at times probably shock results where we dominate and don't get a result. And then there'll be other times where we might scrape one where we probably didn't deserve it. That's the championship, right? It's how it works. But there isn't going to be many teams that can cope with that front four of ours. It's filthy. And Rutter and Pirro together, it's just naughty. And they clearly like playing together. Nearly worded that a bit differently, which sounded so wrong. They clearly like playing together. There's a real relationship striking up there very early in them playing together. So just buzzing for them all. Buzzing for, another clean sheet as well. God, when was the last time we had a run of clean sheets? I don't know, 1950 something. It's just all positives. Like I say, the only whinge, and I am sort of saying it tongue in cheek, for those that will be in the comment section later, is we should have been 3 up at half time. But we stuck to our guns. We rode out the first 5 to 10 minutes of the second half where Watford changed shape and tried something a bit different and did have a little bit of a foothold in the game without really threatening. And then we just grabbed it by the scruff of the neck again and dominated, just dominated. So, yeah, really buzzing for you all. I'm not going to do too much longer. I'm just watching your comments come through. I'm not going to do too much longer because, like I say, I'm not one of these that does a big, tactical breakdown. We can very quickly talk about 3 goals. Obviously, Pirro for the first. Lovely play by Gio Rutter in the middle. Sets Dan James off. And everyone goes, ugh, Dan James, what's he going to do with it? Great balling for Pirro. Great balling. And all he had to do was volley it into the back of the net, which, as we know with Pirro, he's done it for the longest time now in the Championship. Give him the chances and he'll put him in the onion bag. Great goal. Second, good corner. Scoring from corners, scoring from set pieces. What is this, Leeds? I'm not sure I can cope. Sam Byron, bullet header. No keeper's going the wrong way. Keeper's not saving that. Can't get a strong enough hand on it. And their keeper had a good game today as well. The save from Ampadu in the first half was excellent. The save from Somerville was excellent. And let's say he got himself in the way of Rutter's when Rutter should have tapped in. And then the third goal was just Rutter time, wasn't it? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna make you look a mug, then I'm gonna make you look a mug, and then I'm gonna play a great ball straight through for Jayden Anthony, who nice and calm after he'd had a chance a couple of minutes before and sort of scuffed it to the keeper. Slots it in the bottom corner with two defenders racing on him and the keeper coming out. Just superb. Could have been 5, 6, 7 today, let's be honest. But we take 3-0 and we go again. And the confidence that will now be running through this camp is great to see. I think it's also nice to see that Farke isn't scared of making decisions around, and let's be honest, I've had my whinges about it, about the old guard and being Sentiment FC, dropping Elland today for Shacks. You can look at it and go, great decision. And it was a great decision. I saw that it was nice of Luke to give us a Luke moment just before full time, where Melly had to make a save, where he came wandering into the middle and then got turned by the player who took a shot, and good save from Mellier over the bar. But yeah, just buzzing for them all. And confidence will be sky high in that dressing room. So I'm going to leave it there, gang. Thank you for joining me again. Numbers haven't been massive, but it's the first time I've done a live after a game for the longest time, because I haven't been able to bring myself to do it, because I've just been a sad little boy the last couple of years watching Leeds. So we'll leave it there. Have a great end, or rest of your weekend, should I say. Enjoy the Rugby World Cup, enjoy the rest of the football, enjoy the golf, F1, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning as well. It's all go. And I can enjoy it all because Leeds have won 3-0. So no sulky times for me. I will catch you all later. Have a great weekend. 3-0 Leeds. Watford battered. Love to see it. All the best. Catch you later.